Well, Mitch McConnell is having a hard time staying on the straight and narrow. Yesterday, he was, well, working against the president, it seemed. He seemed to take credit as well for the resolution that the radical Dems had put forward. But upon closer examination today, he decided to, to say that the president requires due process and the radical Dems aren't providing it.
As I've said repeatedly, an impeachment inquiry is about the most solemn and serious process the House of Representatives can embark upon. It seeks to effectively nullify a democratic election and cancel out the American people's choice of a commander-in-chief. For that reason, any such inquiry must be conducted by the highest standards of fairness and due process. But thus far, this time around, instead of setting a high bar, House Democrats seem determined to set a new low.
Joining us tonight, Congressman Andy Biggs, House Freedom Caucus Chairman, member of the House Judiciary Committee, co-chair of the Board of Security Caucus. Congressman, great to have you with us. Your friend, Mitch McConnell, he can't figure out where to go with this. First, he's applauding it yesterday, which is extraordinary in and of itself. And then today, reversing himself, talking about new lows for the radical Dems. What's going on here?
Well, he was right today. This is new lows by the radical Democrats who basically are trying to undermine the election of 2016 by
They're trying to overthrow a president.
It's a coup d'etat.
You guys seem to have...
It's a coup d'etat. It's that simple.
You and I get along great, but I got to tell you, still you guys don't want to acknowledge what in the world is happening. This is an effort by radical Dems to overthrow the President of the United States. I just can't get over that.
Lou, it's even more than that, though, because not only do they want to overthrow the President of the United States, they want to overthrow the entire system upon which we elect a president, by which we have our Republican, and I do mean Republican, constitutional institutions that were established. They want to dissolve all of those, and they'll say that I'm being outrageous, but they're the ones that are being outrageous because they are doing everything they can in a way that's a guerrilla tactic. They're keeping it, this is Soviet style, it's behind closed doors. They're trying to protect their witnesses. They're leaking information that will...
Yeah, I know what they're doing. What I'm questioning is what in the world are you guys doing? Matt Gaetz, Congressman Gaetz, who's a great American, is filing an ethics complaint in the House? Right. Really? Strong letter to follow? Come on.
Well, Lou, what we're doing is we're doing everything that we possibly can given the conditions that we're in. And the reality is we're fighting this tooth and nail. I was down there in the SCIF today trying to fight it in the SCIF. You're not going to hear reports about that. I talked to someone else who was there yesterday. I know that there were other people that were there yesterday and the day before. We're in there fighting this fight at a pitched battle, and you're not going to hear about it all the time because we don't get the allies in the left-stream media that perhaps our colleagues on the other side of the aisle have. But make no mistake, we are unified in fighting this, and we will fight this.
I am not making a mistake, I don't believe. I'm trying not to, believe me.
Yeah.
But I look at what I see happening physically. You guys have the ability to speak. No one has taken your tongue from your mouths. You may be bound by some rules that the Dems don't like to, follow. Right. But who are you to risk this constitutional republic and hold your, play by these ridiculous political rules that are artificial and absolutely undercut everything you stand for?
Lou, you're exactly right. In fact, I've been saying we need to fight dirty. We have to.
Call it what you will.
You have to come out, and I've implored some of my colleagues. They won't even let me in. They now have stepped up the Capitol Police presence down there, so we can't get into the room.
Well, if you guys have got cell phones, let's see the pictures of that. I want to see pictures of it. Put it out there.
They take the cell phones away from us. So when we go in there, Lou, we go to fight. and we have people that are actually in the committee. I've urged them, come out and do what
Why
Adam
would
Schiff
you,
does.
people doing that
do
to
what
you?
Adam Schiff does.
I've got a question for you. Why would you not just walk the hell out of the House of Representatives and tell them until they come to their senses and do the decent thing and acknowledge due process and reverence for this constitutional republic and its requirements of due process for this president, that you're not going to have anything to do with them? Let them.
Let me tell you why, Lou. Because you and I have had this discussion before.
Yeah.
And in some ways, people say, "Oh, you're legitimizing." Look, if we walk away from this, then they will continue to do exactly what they're doing. But
at least you won't validate it.
Well, we're not validating it. We're fighting.
If you vote, even if you vote no, you're still validating it.
But here's the thing: if you think that walking out will slow them down or cause them to rethink, it will
I don't know, but at least you guys could retain your dignity, and at least you wouldn't be validating this criminal usurpation of of everything we stand for as a country. Fair play and decency. I mean, this is outrageous.
Well, you can either walk away and say, we're not coming back till you play fair. And then let me just say this. If we do, when do you think they'll start playing fair? And I'm going to tell you, they will never start playing fair, Lou.
I don't for a moment operate under any illusion that they would. But as I said, I'll be damned if I would put my name on anything that they have created, including a vote that would be part of this process and validate what they've done. Let them answer for it. You've seen the polls. Nancy Pelosi's approval rating plummeting. Congress's is plummeting. And the American people are against this, period. And let them bear the consequences.
Well, I agree with you, Lou, but I tell you what. I came to fight. To turn and run is just not in my nature. I'm going to continue to fight and encourage my friends to fight to try to take this hill, no matter how long
you tell me. You were talking about the results. What is the result if you stay there and vote no?
The result is the American people know that we're in there pitching and
if they
fighting.
don't know that you're pitching right now, they'll never know. What they don't want you to
true.
do is validate this process, in my opinion. But you and I haven't always agreed. Usually we have.
98% of the time, Lou. That's pretty good.
That's very good.
That's pretty good.
But you know what they say? Rat poison, only 2% is poison. The rest is 98% oatmeal. Congressman, good to have you with us.
Always good to see you, Lou.
Congressman Andy Biggs, chairman of the Freedom Caucus.